with physical fitness and appearance. If the Secretary of War can do regular, hard PT, so can every member of our joint force. Frankly, it's tiring to look out at combat formations, or really any formation, and see fat troops. Likewise, it's completely unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the halls of the Pentagon and leading commands around the country and the world. It's a bad look. It is bad, and it's not who we are. So whether you're an airborne ranger or a chairborne ranger, a brand new private or a 4-star general, you need to meet the height and weight standards and pass your PT test. And as the chairman said, yes, there is no PT test. But today, at my direction, every member of the joint force at every rank is required to take a PT test twice a year, as well as meet height and weight requirements twice a year, every year of service. Also today, at my direction, every warrior across our joint force is required to do PT every duty day. Should be common sense. I mean, most units do that already.
Well, hello there, partner. Go on and hang up your hat, grab yourself a whiskey, and pull up in the easy chair. We're coming off the range of 9 to 5s with a whole herd of news stories that we've been steaming over like a cow patty in the Texas heat. As they say, the chickens are finally coming home to roost. And we're here to ruffle some feathers and ensure accountability ain't just a concept, it's reality. It's that time where the day's drama casts its longest shadow. So let's light a candle to the chaos of current events, the whirlwind of politics, and the tangled webs of corruption that we find ourselves entwined by. It's time to ramble our way into the twilight. Welcome to Sunset Rants.
Hello, hello. Welcome to the last Sunset Rants of the month. It's kind of exciting. It's kind of a little bit of nostalgia. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. You know, I'm alive. I'm standing. Well, I'm sitting, but you know, I really can't complain too much. So it's a good day for me. A lot of wild stuff's been happening this week. How was your weekend?
It was good. Nothing too crazy. I'm home alone. My husband went on vacation. Not really vacation. He went to go spend a week with his mother in California, and he just got there like right before we started the production for the show. So like I'm happy he made it because he drove there. And he left like around 1 a.m. So it was just like, please don't fall asleep. I'm worried about you, you know. So yeah. So that I'm gonna sleep good tonight, knowing that he made it and he's safe. And yeah, I'm gonna be missing my hubby. So kind of sad, but I'm kind of happy.
I'm glad. I just knocked out my power cord. Hold on one second.
Oh my word! So anyways,
I have a footrest underneath my desk, and I went to adjust it, but I didn't know that it was looped around the power cord. So okay,
boing.
No, hey, you know, good for him. You know. Like sometimes, like, you know, family time like that, it's just good to have. You know, I'm sure he loves to spend all his time with you. I'm not even making jokes, but it's nice to have family time together.
Yeah.
So good for him. Then, yeah, we got some interesting stuff. Fat old men or ripped old men calling young fat men out. You know, finally,
I love it.
We've been waiting for happening.
Oh yeah.
We got third world countries becoming third world countries again. You know, it's gonna be interesting. And then you know, some space age stuff that it's just looming into looming into next month now, isn't it? We got a month and a half before our final destination into planetary abyss. Fingers crossed it's not relevant. So, everybody, welcome to the Tuesday edition of Sunset Rants. We catch you up to speed for everything while you are at work. I am Tay. You can find me at AP2Tay on all my handles, which is only 2, Instagram and X. Really don't post there too much, but Dee over here, she loves it. That's her shtick. That's her favorite thing to do.
It is.
Oh, I thought it was.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was replying to Rick in the chat, so I was like,
okay. Yeah, I don't have it.
I was kind of distracted, but yeah. So on X, I am a cynical Latina, and that's my stomping ground. Yeah, I love just trolling on there. I haven't like trolled on there today, so I'm kind of missing out. I'm slacking. God, slacking. But yeah, I just like to have fun there, and so yeah, check me out, Cynical Latina, and I'm also on Truth Social, even though I really don't go there. But yeah,
I need to start going onto there. To be honest with you. I just need to start being more like relevant in all this stuff. Past couple of months I was just so busy with other stuff, and despite I do this,
yes.
Something happens, which is always something.
Well, I only go on Truth when I'm in X jail, and honestly, I go on Truth Social so I could see directly what Trump posts, because like I usually check every day to see if there's something big so I can like share it, because not everybody shares everything he says on Truth, and sometimes you have gems that he's busy on there, so it's fun.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's why people don't. I think it's nothing for nothing, because it's like if he says anything of relevance, past like the trolling, it'll be on X just because that's the majority.
The trolling is so good though.
It is, but like when Charlie passed away, he was the kind of one that broke it to what is the community of Earth, because everyone was extremely worried, upset. Some people were happy. They're a piece of shit, fuck them. But yeah. So speaking of that, let's just jump into it. This one's going to come from NBC News. Trump says military should use dangerous U.S. cities as training grounds. What is this one? Hold
Wait,
on.
what?
Yeah. That's what I got on mine when I opened it. Here, you read this while I open this.
Wait, let me go back here and click on this.
That was the link I had open.
Oh yeah, that's the link that pops up on the Trump says military should use dangerous U.S. cities as training grounds. So it's not, we don't have the same article as you have up, Brian. So let's see if we could.
But here, but we're still talking about XF. So here, you have your monitor open. Just expand that and read that one out.
Okay, well, just scroll down, Brian, on the. Okay, so the unusual meeting.
Same link, popped it out. Same link, but just the article.
Yeah, so the unusual meeting to which Defense Secretary Peake had summoned hundreds of senior officers on short notice, pulling them from their posts around the world to Quantico, Virginia, ended up not as a showcase of major changes to the military, but a recitation of familiar talking points from his boss, President Donald Trump. The meeting did include, though, Trump talking about the success he believes he's had in sending the military into American cities and a potential preview of more to come. I told Pete, we should use some of these dangerous cities as training grounds for our military National Guard, but military because we're going into Chicago very soon, Trump said. Speaking before Trump arrived at the Marine Corps base in Quantico on Tuesday morning, Hegseth talked about a series of steps he is taking to has already implemented that essentially formalize his efforts to restore what he has called the warrior ethos across the military. He lectured the several hundred generals, admirals, and other officers in the room about how they must adhere to grooming and physical fitness standards and lead with an eye on more lethality and less wokeness. He also talked about removing some guardrails intended to protect troops, reviewing the military's policies against bullying and hazing, and allowing drill sergeants to put their hands on troops and use curse words if necessary during basic training again. If the new standards don't go over well, he said, that's because they must be so high and dismissed the idea that those who adhere to them are toxic leaders. Enforcing high standards is not toxic, he said. Leadership leading war fighters toward the goals of high gender neutral and uncompromising standards in order to forge a cohesive, formidable, and lethal Department of War is not toxic. It is our duty, consistent with our constitutional oath, he added. Real toxic leadership is endangering subordinates with low standards. So the speech included a heavy dose of Hegseth's worldview, including a reference to one of his books, The War on Warriors. Members of the audience, familiar with rules and norms for them to remain apolitical, sat largely stone-faced through the speech. I'm sorry, that's funny. Apart from the senior officers assembled, as many as 800, there was a mixture of political appointees from the White House and the Pentagon and some select media outlets. The officers gave him a light round of applause after he finished. During the speech, Hegseth made it clear to those assembled that if they were not on board, they could find the door. Don't let it hit you on the way out. If the words I'm speaking today are making your heart sink, then you should do the honorable thing and resign, he said. Hell yes. Fuck yeah, dude. I mean, it's 100%. 100%. Oh, so it is the exact same article.
I told you.
They just changed the headline. Okay.
Hold on.
Why the fuck would they do that? That's so stupid. Fucking ABC News.
I know exactly why. Well, let me
Because they're
scroll up and get a photo.
fucking dipshits.
Yeah, because I watched I'm sure. Did you watch the video too?
No, I didn't. I didn't. But I think the part right here in this specific article where it says,
Just take a photo of that.
let's see. Where is it? No.
But anyways, no, I'm glad. We've talked about this many times. Remember, what was it on a Thursday edition? The rest of the team knows. Like, this was literally one of our things, and this was what you said. This is what you said, and I was like, maybe it could be a few of the things, when I was putting on my hat on, and this was one of the things, and I'm glad that it is.
Yeah.
And,
I want to say it's like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the fifth paragraph down. The way that they frame this is he also talked about removing some guardrails intended to protect troops. That is a blatant spin on what he probably most likely said. These certain things aren't guardrails to protect troops. Some of these rules that he's removing, or some of these things that he's removing, is to make sure that we don't have a bunch of pussycats in our military. I mean, come on. I can't stress this enough. I was 39 years old when I joined the Navy, and that thing was a freaking cakewalk because of my age and my gender. So, I mean, it was almost, the bar was set so low, it was actually disappointing. So, I mean, it's we need to have the top cream of the cream fighting for us. When I was in boot camp, and I spent a lot of time in there, because it's the Navy Training Recruit Center that's in not Chicago, Great Lakes, and I spent a lot of time in Tranquility, which is one of their clinics.
Yeah.
And one of the nurses, or not the nurses, but the hospital corpsmen that was walking around, she was easily 400 pounds. I have never in my life seen a soldier, someone in the army, military, anything that fucking big. This bitch waddled. I couldn't even believe.
Someone that's 300 pounds be athletic as if they're a fucking linebacker for Pittsburgh or something like that.
No, this lady was not.
And even then, you look at them, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I'll more. That's a big boy.
Yeah, you look at a lot of people that are already in more senior positions in the military, and they are clearly out of shape, and that's not a good representation of our military. Um,
No.
our military right now is a fucking joke, and him putting all these things in place to make sure that our military can be taken seriously and we have the best of the best that are out there that we can actually put our confidence in that they're going to be fighting, that they're going to be capable. Oh wow, it cuts some women out of it. If they cannot uh effectively uh fill the requirements, I'm
Sure.
sorry, you don't belong there. You know,
No,
there's no reason why we should have anybody that's 400 pounds in the military. It's ridiculous and it's pathetic.
yeah, and so remember, I think it was 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, we were talking about this even before this was even on the map, even before this was something of something. But we were talking about how we were talking about an article, and it was essentially saying like a lot of the people who want to get into the military can't even pass like the low basic bar, because they're either physically inept, mentally retarded, or they're just mentally just not competent. So, I can see this as two things. One, all right, fuck you. If you're in, you can quit, but you're not going to be getting kicked out anymore. Or two, it's, hey, lead by example.
Yes.
How old is Pete Hegseth? He has to be at least like 47, 55 or something. Great shape.
And he's got to be in his mid to late 40s.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me see if I can find it.
I've seen him without his like shirt on and like pool parties and stuff. But no,
Yeah.
same thing with RFK. Great shape. Some people like him.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't like oh, look at that. Oh yeah. But the fact of the matter is that's just how it should stand. If we are the authority and power, it shouldn't just be power through peace because of just technology. It should just be overwhelming. We need
Okay,
to
Pete Hegseth is 45.
45.
He was born in
Okay.
1980, so he's 3 years older than me.
He's 9 years old. And shit. The fact of the matter is, like, if we're gonna be the best, let's at least go Warhammer 40K.
Yeah.
And be that amazing. That's what I think. And I think it's good. There is a certain point, if there's 872, 60, 16, whatever, 800 something generals, a lot of them, they're going to be military men, in career, to where they've just been behind a chair. He even said it, chair force. And I due to the fact it was, by the way, Funkmaster, I appreciate it. I saw it a little while ago, but
yes, thank you. And also, I'm sorry, but Hardy, dude, dude, that's fucking hilarious. He said they could go to the Navy and be an anchor. If they're gonna be 400 pounds, I mean, do your duty some way, right? Woo,
no,
anchor
but
service.
If you're 70 and have high cholesterol and you haven't worked out in a long time, okay, there's gonna be a grace. But going forward, I think this needs to be a presence, and I am glad. I am factually glad. I am happy for that. And he changed his name to the Secretary of War. One, that's badass. Two, he's setting the fucking example for the rest of the fucking world. And especially when, as far as power and technology goes, we surpass by triple. Now, as far as bodies goes, no, we're not. I think we're in third or fourth, but it has to be the same. The better that we are as a military when it comes to mental competence, the better that we are in camaraderie, the better that we are in the technology, and then the power and the money, just the better. And the fact of the matter is, we're not trying to take over the world unless, like, you got oil. Then we'll free your country for democracy, freedom.
Yeah.
But
hell yeah,
brother. But I think it's good. And we were worried. I think everyone was worried. It's like, why the fuck is he bringing everybody in it? And it was almost like a TED talk. I wanted to text you, but I couldn't. But it was like watching a TED talk earlier today.
Yeah.
And I was like, my coworkers watching that work. But I'm glad that it's being set. And I think you can't really go back from this, because it just lays down to like the fact it's like, it's a smack in the rear. Hey, stop being a fucking pussy, man the fuck up. And this isn't general. Like, I know there's women like, colonels, and I don't know if there's a female general, but digressing. It's like the loose term of guys. It's everyone inclusive. But I'm glad for it. I am glad for it.
This is what we're glad for.
All right, let me open up this one. Let's see. Again, this is not the same one I'm reading either. I mean, it's the same article. Congress has less than 24 hours to avert shutdown. The odds don't look good. Government shutdown appears inevitable after Senate sinks competing funding proposals.
Wow.
It's the same article, but we have different stuff. I'm telling you, I feel like
this one, I think this one is written different. The one that we have.
All right, so because I know. So for those who don't know, Brian sets this up for us around like 3:30, 2:30 in the afternoon. The links stay true, but this is like the biggest part of they change stuff to either not get in trouble or they change stuff to save face. But essentially, what the article is saying is at least I'll put it on my end. Congress is veering even closer. We'll read the one that was deleted. Congress is veering even closer to government shutdown at midnight after a deadlocked Senate failed. Actually, what time was this made at? Let's read this one. Oh, it's the same shit. Okay. So, let's just reword. Midnight deadlocked Senate failed to pass a pair of doomed funding plans, fueling anxiety in Washington about how long stalemate could last. I'm pretty sure you guys remember me talking about this. Like, it happens all the time, every 4 to 7 months, just depending. In between, not that same exact thing. The sign of a deepening division between. Let me just read this one. I don't know which one I want to read because this is like the naughty version. This is like the one that you guys can see.
Okay, he refreshed it, so it should be the same one. It's going to be the same one now.
I think the hyperlink was changed. I don't know. Maybe I have the old meta. I'll read it from what you guys can see then. And then we'll detox after I'm finished. I'll kind of this. Congress is veering closer. Oh, it is. Okay, yeah, it is. Watching how long stalemate could last. In a sign of deepening division between parties, Senate Democrats blocked Republicans' House passed stopgap bill, which could extend current funding levels for 7 weeks. No. But without their demand on Enhanced Affordable Care Act subsidies. I wonder. So for those who don't remember, I'll keep reading this, but last time they tried this was in December. We were probably like 4 hours after the fact that the government did shut down. And one of the reasons why is that it wasn't the older millennial owner show for this one. And
might have been.
Yeah, he was on here and he was even saying because he uses AI to go through the entire thing. And it was like, oh, let's spend $2 million on gay equality in Ukraine. By the way, that doesn't exist over there. The GOP stopgap bill failed to vote 55 to 45. GOP Senate Rand Paul voted against the bill. I love him, but sometimes I don't. But I mean, if there's someone to go against, at least I'd accept that. Democrat Senate John Fetterman. This guy has been pulling.
He's based.
He's been pulling back. He's coming back. Catherine Cortez Masto. Okay, this is Angus King. Don't know him too well for it. And voted just before a Democrat proposal that would fund the government and extend those subsidies, which are set to expire later this year. Also failed to garner the needed support. The party line was voted 47-53. This is kind of interesting, like all things considered, because is Mitch officially out now or no?
Mitch McConnell?
Yeah, is he officially out now? Because I know he's.
No, I doubt that bitch would want to ever leave.
But no, we did a thing. He's about to be out soon. Anyway, the bitter stalemate between Republicans and Democrats is now all but certain to result in the first government funding lapse of President Donald Trump's second administration. Wow, we're only in this many times the first. That's not anything that's not a big deal. Like, it's like, oh wow, he forgot to tie his shoes on the second week of the third month of this year. It's like, okay, whatever. All right, fucking nerd. Any hope for an 11th hour deal was lost Monday afternoon after a high stakes meeting in the Oval Office with Trump and top congressional leaders led to no progress in the funding talks. I got something to say on this. It's up to the Senate Democrats. Senate Majority Leader John Thune told reporters Tuesday ahead of the pair of key votes. They decide to vote it down tonight. They're going to be the ones that have to explain at midnight tonight why the government shut down. Yeah. That's like, you know what that's like? That's like the girlfriend who cheats on her boyfriend and blames it on the boyfriend. I cheated on you because I thought you were going to cheat on me. Suck my metaphorical 12-inch dick, bitch. Yeah, and this is what it comes down to. And then even Chuck Schumer, 10 years ago, was saying the exact opposite of what he was going for. So I said this was going to happen. I'm glad it did happen. You know, it's not very pro of me to say, oh, it's just the point of the fact of the matter is this is going to happen. They're so right to cut their nose despite their face that they will let it happen instead of just like, oh, wow, this stuff that isn't needed really isn't needed. Let's just stick to it, do our thing. They don't care. They don't care. Like the Democrats don't give a shit. It's that they get everything be right on it, but unless they have their shit to have like their like rage bait party of constituents that just have their thing because they're scared of them, they have to fund their constituents because they're scared of them. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, good job.
What, reading? Oh, thanks. Yeah. Feel honored that I know how to read.
Yeah, take a little bow and everything.
Thank you, team.
Oh my God. Yeah, I just, it's the same bullshit every single time it's time to agree on a budget because they try to pack in all this extra bullshit in it that we do not want. Fund the government. We're already enough debt. Our deficit's already fucking sky high. We don't need any more extras. Illegals do not need any kind of health care. They basically, it feels like they're trying to put back in all the stuff that Trump just cut that, like the for the media, the NPR and PBS and that kind of shit. They're trying to stick that back in. The insurance for illegals.
You know what I think? Maybe it's like humanitarian. I mean, I'm not betting the need to this at all, but obviously we do have millions of people in this, like that are illegal here, right? But I do believe that you know what the COBRA Act is, like when it comes to healthcare.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if they were able to provide like upfront cost into the COBRA for something to happen, but you have to pay that upfront, and you only have X amount of like, oh hey, now you're admitted to it, and then you do that. It's like, okay, maybe that could be kind of what we've talked about, a leeway into some like amnesty into it. Now that's how everyone. It's like, oh hey, your bill is like $20,000, and pay you $10,000 upfront, so that way we're not all doing it. That's just kind of go off to default tax amnesty. But if you're at least paying that much up front, that's still getting taxed. That's still going up to it. Maybe that could put your family into it, but you got to do that knowingly that you're like you're under good citizenship, illegal, but like you are a good amnesty into like as a citizen of the country trying to be cool, perfect, off the top of my head thing. But when you have people like Chuck Schumer putting this stuff in, maybe a hot take on it, I'm off the top of my head, but we have Chuck Schumer just adding random stuff and all these other people adding other things. It's not a good look for them when they just blame it like, oh, I cheated on you. Oh, I fucked this other person because I wanted a 12-ounce steak and you only got me a 9-ounce steak. It's like, it doesn't make sense.
I mean, why do all your analogies have wieners?
Weird? I don't know. I just have a broken brain.
Just have.
Why? It's
Oh,
because
sorry.
it's probably because it's the easiest thing that's a connection to like the most what can make sense. Because you can be anyone, and like jokes like that or analogies like that, everyone just computes the same. It's the easiest thing. I could say something about video games, and no one would know the same shit. You could say stuff about hairdressing. I don't know shit about hairdressing. Like, I use hair conditioner to shave sometimes, and I've been using the same pair of wall clippers to shave my beard for the past 12 years, and I've not cleaned them once. Still works, but it doesn't translate to other people. So, how long do you think this is gonna last?
You know what? I really don't know. I mean, unless they could come to some kind of agreement, which I don't see it happening. But they're gonna have to bend, at some point. Somebody's gonna have to bend. So
I think the Republicans are gonna bend, because
they
like
usually always do, but that's part of the problem, and really it's the funding. I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll see who wants to get paid first. I guess. I don't know.
I definitely say for this one at least, it's like the Democrats, like they've definitely said, as far as like the House goes, like they said for weeks, this is what we're doing. This is what we want. Like this is what we want. They've said it for weeks, so I can give them that instead of like a last minute, just like, oh hey, you got 18 hours to read 15,000 pages. I at least give them that part, but it's still stupid.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's not stupid because the House is two different sides, and there has to be a compromise. So yes, there's certain fault, but part of like this new administration is to cut this stuff out of it. Obviously that they are the party that they want this stuff in it. So I can say, I don't feel wrong denying and being completely okay and making fun of them like all fucking day for like putting this bullshit in, but you can't take one thing out and subsidize and just fit it into the bill. It's this and that's it. Like there's no editing into it. So that just means they had weeks to make it. Sorry. My phone's on the charge. My shit's on the charger. They've had weeks to get this stuff, or to make it more acceptable. So I don't know. But I do not believe universal healthcare should be go through. That would destroy the entire economy. Like through and through. Like how many people go through I gotta fix that. How many people go to the hospital? Like for or even normal citizens that do not have anything, and they will hurt themselves worse, so they accept it blankly with zero aspirations to pay the bill because they know, one, they can't pay the bill, two, was a Hippocratic oath or whatever it is, like just like if you're dying, you have to be treated.
Yeah.
So there's an easy thing to take advantage of this, and like even people in our country take advantage of this. So I don't know. I say this will last till Wednesday.
Let's hope so.
Let's see. But what's the next one? Let's see if we can go 3 for 3. Internet blackout hits. What's top enforcement? No. That would have been great. So this one is worth it. This one's come from Politico. I think everyone knows I don't like Politico. But what was it? This is kind of more relatable into what was the country? We were just talking about them last week. Nepal burnt down the entire fucking ship. But of course, like people in Nepal don't have, the Taliban. So Islamabad, internet is what it starts with, and it's coming political. An internet blackout hit Afghanistan on Monday, so that's yesterday. So that would have been our Sunday night. with local media reporting potential nationwide cut of fiber optic services as part of the Taliban crackdown on immorality. That is what is the worst. That is the most bullshit ever. I don't know if people know like the history of like the Middle East since like the 40s, 50s, 60s. But when they had this revolution, this is when they went retarded. This is literally when they went retarded. I think it was 73% of them were inbred. Because truth, it's a 100% factual, scientifically proven thing. But yeah, someone just brought Sharia law into it, and so this is their immorality into it. Correct immorality. It's the first time Afghanistan has experienced a shutdown of this kind. The Taliban has seized power in August 2021. It looks like we're going back. What is it, 2025? It looks like we're going back 24 years, 26 years now. Earlier this month, several provinces lost their fiber optic connections after the Taliban leader issued a decree banning the service to prevent immorality. I can understand why you would do that, but I do not agree with anyone banning anything of such speech for that. Yeah. I mean, it's American, but they're savages. They're just not on the morality of the right, which on evolution. And that's according to science. On Monday, Internet Access Advocacy Group NetBlock said that live metrics showed connectivity in Afghanistan had collapsed to 14% of Oregon, to 14, not by, to 14% of Oregon levels, with a near total nationwide telecoms disruption in effect. The incident is likely to severely limit the public's ability to contact the outside world. They fucked themselves. They fucked themselves 100%. We're going back. We're getting our sand and mountains. We're good. The Associated Press was unable to contact its Kabul bureau, as well as journalists in the eastern southern province of Nandahar and Helmand. There is no confirmation of the blackout from the Taliban government. How can you? They can't fucking get a hold of you, fucking dummy. Which relies heavily on messaging apps and social media for its external and internal communications. Retards. I told you, they're all fucking retards. Like, and then get this. I'm not gonna go on too much. Get this. They hold the third the third most powerful military as far as all things concerned, as far as weaponry, because of us, right? Because of when we left there. Correct. We can all agree to that. Like the blimp from China, that was us. Reverse engineering. They got all our helicopters, got all the shit. No, I'm telling you, that's a fact.
No, yeah, I know.
But all our technology relies on technology and internet and all this. And what are you doing? Like, you live in a desert. Like, you have nothing. Like, as far as infrastructure, you did for a little bit. You have all our military product, which relies on satellite and all that stuff. Shoot yourself in the foot. And there's so much worried about that. I'm like, you could have literally just done what like China does. You could have done what, what Vietnam does. You could have done what other countries do, or Russia. Put some kind of like VPN block on it and just cancel it out.
You gotta be honest though. I mean,
they're inbred and retarded.
No, with having like a Wi-Fi or any kind of fiber optics, like they have more access to watching like dirty content instead of watching their goats.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna like watching their goats for dirty content than watching a woman with her face not covered. They're
probably like,
they're all brotherhoods. Like I have my Eskimo brothers. I'm pretty sure I have like 2 or 3 Eskimo brothers watching the stream now. They have their goat brothers, so it's a little bit different.
They're just like Googling content on like goats and watching them graze and stuff. Maybe dressing them up. And
it doesn't make sense, especially since the Taliban has been like the past since was it 3, 4, 5, 6 years now. Even before we left, like we were funding them. We still give them, I don't know, 50 million every quarter or $150 million, enough to where
Still?
I have not heard otherwise. Someone can correct me, please tell me. But it's like, oh hey, we're going in the right place. We can have peace. We can have calm. We can be powerful. We can do everything. And they're like, nah. Let's keep inbreeding and being silly and not be a part of the World Forum. Like they got back into the World Forum, now they don't want to be. It doesn't make sense. And then if someone wants to, not us, like say if with Israel versus Israel, like the Jews, Israel, and the non-Jews, Israel go. They have no one knows if that fight's still going to exist here in the next 24 hours. They shot themselves. 14% is an outstanding amount.
No, I definitely agree. But like
Thanks,
speaking of like inbreeding and retards, I think we should jump over to the next segment. Oh, I love this one. I love this story.
Oh, you do this one. I don't know too much about this one.
Oh, okay. So let me pull up this article real quick. Oh, that is so small. What? Okay, what's this?
Top right corner.
No, I know. I'm making it bigger, but so from USA Today, the Des Moines Superintendent Ian Roberts' Iowa administrator license revoked after ICE arrest. I can't believe that this dipshit was even allowed to. Anyways, I'm gonna read. So Des Moines, the superintendent of Iowa's largest school district, was placed on unpaid leave and had his administrator license revoked by state officials just days after being arrested by federal agents for allegedly being in the United States illegally. Like, how the fuck did he even get his license? Whatever. So, in a news release on September 29th, the Iowa Department of Education announced that Des Moines Public School Superintendent Ian Roberts, 54, had his education license revoked by the Board of Educational Examiners. The board said in a letter to Roberts that he was not able to hold a license because you no longer possess legal presence in the United States. He wasn't a U.S. citizen. How the fuck is he going to have a license? Again, I digress. So the license issued by the Board of Educational Examiners is no longer valid and your authority to serve as superintendent is revoked. The letter from Board Executive Director Michael Cavan states, which added that Roberts had until October 28th to appeal the decision. I mean, if he's deported. The revocation came... Huh? I don't know, wherever the fuck he came from. So the revocation came one day after the Des Moines School Board placed Roberts on paid administrative leave. After receiving word of the revocation, the school board voted on September 29 to move Roberts from paid to unpaid. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents detained Roberts on September 26, saying that a court had issued a final order of removal in May of 2024 for his deportations. Robert, a Guyana, whatever, native and longtime U.S. resident, how about longtime illegal alien, had fled from police after a traffic stop in Des Moines and was arrested in what the Department of Homeland Security described as a targeted enforcement operation. Like, no shit, dude. Whatever. Roberts is now being held on a deportation order. Officials have indicated that he is being held at the Woodbury County Jail in Sioux City, Iowa. Yeah, and that's, I guess, what I want to know is how the fuck he even got a license in the first place without having any kind of documentation he was a U.S. citizen. Clearly, he didn't have an ID or a driver's license because he's not a U.S. citizen. According to, and this isn't touched on in this article. Yeah, but he's not a Californian. This is in Iowa.
That's what I'm
Also,
saying. I'm just saying. You're asking. I'm just putting
yeah,
it.
he
It happens.
also had a criminal
I'm
record.
not arguing.
From it's been circulated around. I don't know if this is true or not. I actually had one of my friends tell me that he was a pedo, and that's at what he had charges, but that's not confirmed at all. But supposedly, allegedly, he did have a criminal record on top of him just being an illegal. So it wasn't just like, okay, well, I hopped the border and I've been a great citizen here, you know. No. And then also what they failed to mention here is that when they went to arrest him and he fled, he had a gun on him, which again, like it's
America.
just like constant like reinforcement that these people do not belong here. And it doesn't state how long he had been a superintendent there for, which is like another reason what's like, you know, there could have been a lot of qualified people that could have held this position legally that were US citizens, and they gave this position to an illegal alien. And on top of that, they gave him paid leave. Like,
Well, we can
I don't
figure
know
out
what the fuck is wrong with these people.
what's let's see. Des Moines School Board place. Let me try to do this. This is gonna take a second. Hopefully I get a new PC in here in the next couple weeks. This shit is what's his name?
Huh?
What's his first name?
The guy's
something
his
Roberts.
name is Ian
Ian
Roberts. IAN Roberts. So he had a deportation order since May of last year. I mean, it's been well over a year that he had a deportation order, and he didn't think to like tell the school board. Like he was just planning on ignoring it till it went away. And then they look for him, they find him and arrest him, and it's a targeted operation. It's like they were no shit. Like they purposely looked for him because he had a deportation order that was outstanding almost a year and a half. Like it's like these people and the way they spin things and their ideology just drives me insane. Like,
So
this pisses me off so much.
So there's an answer to this, and it's a fraudulent answer. Not on my answer is fraudulent. It's according to ICE, Ian Roberts entered the United States on a student visa in '99. And for those who don't know, the internet has existed, like when the internet, like dial-up and black web existed, 96. So that's more than enough time to have forged documents or establish something up, like underneath some forgery, into that. So there's
Well, the
our answer.
other thing that really pisses me off about this whole situation is, so this dude was making some really good money. You're going to tell me that he couldn't afford to legalize himself? Why is it that all these people refuse to become, like, look at how many people self-deported. Over 1 million people have self-deported. And you're going to tell me that none of them, over 1 million people, the amount of people that Biden let in.
Superintendent of Des Moines, yes, that's exactly what we're telling you.
No, and
none of those really people other than this guy. That's exactly what we're telling you.
No, and to top it off, you know, this mofo was registered to vote as well.
I just told you why.
That came out this morning.
I'm not going for him, but I'm giving you the answer why. It's the guy's been here so long. It was easy to forge. It's easy to sneak in. It's part of the system. And once you're so well established, no one's going to blink.
There has to be a reason that none of these people want to become U.S. citizens. They don't want to pay taxes, because if they're getting paid, normally they would have to pay taxes. Either they're getting paid under the table or something where they're not reporting the money that they're making. They're not paying taxes. They do not want to be part of our like culture, civilization, our economy, our they don't want to be Americans. I think the end goal is that they're planning to go back to their country once they've made money here, and they end up staying long term because for one reason or another. But they don't want to be part of our system.
Or they want to be part of our system, but they are just so entitled into they. Not, I don't say no. Terrible wording on this. They're just too pussyfoot to just put themselves out there. They rather see themselves become successful because people will give them the hands out to become successful. Like, oh, hey, no, I'm here illegally and I want to make the best of America. They want to live the American life, the American dream as the immigrant. Like
this guy
the
was
Italians, the Irish,
successful.
the Chinese, the Japs, like anyone
This
else.
guy
like,
was successful. He made a lot of money getting paid as superintendent, and he couldn't afford a few $1,000s for a lawyer.
He could have
get
just
his
shut
shit
the fuck up.
He could
That's
have.
exactly what he could have. He could have shut the fuck up, done his job,
No,
done anything illegal, not put himself on the fucking map. He got too cocky, and that's his issue.
either
And
way, he
now,
had a deportation order since May of last year. Like either ways, they were gonna find him. They were gonna look for him and find him. I'm sure once they started looking at these deportations that they had that were outstanding, he was eventually gonna get caught regardless. So
because he got cocky, he got confident, he got complacent. That's the thing. May of last year, that was like when everyone's like, it was like, it's always anti-Trump, 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 this and that, Kamala. And then whatever the other fuck dude's name I was running with him, and Biden at the same time. That was like the hype. That was the top tier of like all of them being so cocky and just so naive. What's a better word than naive and cocky at the same time? Whatever that is. Arrogant. Thank you. That's what this is. That's exactly what that is. And like, yeah, they just thought they had their whole hand in the bag and they were to bring out all the fucking casino coins in one grip and cash them in and they would be straight. Right is right. It is the arrogancy. And this is what happens with these people. It's the arrogancy. And they are stupid. They're stupid. You cannot be even anyone who's ever been like, like for me, like, 5-time world champion in sports. Like I hold world records in other sports. Anyone who's watching this show who does sports, anyone who's been good at something knows you cannot be the best at something and hold it arrogantly without falling hard. And when you're arrogant and naive and stupid, to have that mentality, you will fall and you will fall hard. And this is exactly what happened. He could have shut the fuck up. He could have lived his job. He could have retired, stayed under the radar, and then been straight and Gucci before May or whatever last year. But he did not. He did not. Because he thought it was going to keep helping him after he already rode the totem pole. He's at top of the totem pole, and he wanted to add more stuff and keep climbing. And here's his fucker. He fucked up, and I'm glad he fucked up because of that, because he could not just been chill. I would have not known about this. He would have not known about this. But the guy was arrogant. And like with these like really rich people, like these Democrats that are doing this, they just become arrogant in their power. And it's been the same this way since 1887 or 1897, 87, 77. It's right around that point when they brought out and were like, oh hey, let's make the truce and split it, and they became with the 3/5. And since then, Democrats have just been power hungry. That's perfectly factual. It's not even argument. It is factual. Fuck this guy.
Hey, Tay, real quick, can you hear Brian?
No, I can't.
Okay, he is saying that we do got to move on to the next one though, even though that's some good stuff.
No, that's fine. Yeah, sorry.
You're like all in a good rant.
Yeah, it's the name of our show. Oh my God.
There you go. There's your story.
I'm going to become a Super Saiyan. Finally. Please. Jeez, Lord.
We had talked about this before.
We've been talking about this every week. We've been talking
about
this
Yeah, I know we've talked about this a few times.
So does this 3-eye atlas. All right, mysterious object entering solar system much larger than previously thought. That's what she said. Could be alien technology. Excuse me 1 second. Let me just expand this just a little bit more. This one didn't follow through. All right, 3-eye atlas was first identified. in July by NASA's asteroid terrestrial impact last alert system. Good for us, but it's just our pending doom. Hopefully, to make me a super saiyan. The U.S. Space Agency confirmed the object is an interstellar object. Yeah, I mean that's pretty easy. Only the third object to have ever been spotted, following the comet 21 Borisov that passed through 2019, and cigar-shaped object that appeared in 2017. But 3I Atlas is different, as some scientists questioning its origins. In a new study, Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb and his team said massive Atlas must be bigger than 30 billion tons with a nucleus. It's not a sorry, I was going to make a good random nucleus larger than 3.1 miles. So I mean, it's bigger than we thought Manhattan, but because Manhattan's what, 2 miles or something like that. The object is also shedding large amounts of carbon dioxide and dust as it zooms towards the sun. Maybe this is like a prehistoric, like archaeologic, like space bullet. Like it's nothing. Like maybe it's just that, like someone from forever away, just like fuck Earth. The massive object is traveling towards the sun extremely fast, around 152,000 miles an hour. When was the last time? It was like 136,000.
Oh God, I don't remember that.
Fast rate trajectory that's unlikely anything else in the entire solar system.
But you know, it's going to be far away from Earth, right? That we're still on that consensus. No.
I mean, as far as planetary and like inner space, interstellar and stuff like that, it's not. For example, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people might have seen this. So, like, if this is like, say, if this is curvature of Earth, right? Just the whole way. I don't have any sports balls around here. You know, if this was this Earth, like what was Bezos Mission X?
I don't know.
Anyway, so that would, like, as far as they got off this, it would have been like a penny if this was the size of it. He said 2 dimes, but we'll just say a penny for just 1 dime. This is coming like this far.
Okay.
And then the moon is that far. So this is like astronomically, like this is like a bullet going through your brain, your face, and missing all the vital parts and leaving out. You see those videos where like people get like a rebar and like rebar straight through their entire face and skull and brain, and they're like, oh hey, no, I'm fine. That's the unlikelihood of how close this is.
Okay, but it's not going to hit us.
Do you know that?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
I don't know either. I mean, but if it does, I mean, I can't do shit. I mean, I want to be married and kids, and I want to die alone. Not alone, but I would rather my wife pass before me so she doesn't have to, you know, die sad. But I'd rather die like that, like old and surrounded by family.
I just want to know because it's like, you know, if we're gonna die that way, I could at least, you know, bend over and kiss my ass goodbye, and maybe hug my husband and my kids, and
hopefully not.
Yeah, I think it's a good life. That's it, you know.
T-Bone, let's go. Sorry for T-Bone. No, I think it does happen. It's definitely gonna fuck shit up. Like if it does get that close, you know, they don't know what it's made out of. Like at all. You know, what it's made out of, like maybe it's just a freaking giant like space turd made out of like tungsten.
Oh, it could be. But hey, wow, we should do caption this, and then we could keep discussing this during the caption this.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, Brian. Oh my gosh, why do I keep thinking of like Tim Pool? Civil War. Civil War.
That looks like the stuff I draw. That looks like my art.
Well, that's great. I mean, that looks pretty badass.
Mine's better. It reminds me of like almost like if anyone's ever seen like the anime Berserker.
Berserker or Berserk?
Berserk. The guy with the giant sword and like
Guts.
dying and like loses everything, just destroys everything.
Oh, I love that anime. Okay. Yeah, the armor and all that stuff. I like it. But yeah, I'm thinking.
Chess reference.
You know what? It would be great if that would be like our new reference for military uniforms. They would have to fit in what is it, like metal armor? If they can't fit, like that's gonna be the standard, right? If they can't fit in this one metal armor, then they get kicked out.
Oh man,
That'd be pretty funny. Here's the horse you can fuck the ride off with. Here's the horse you can fuck the ride off with. Oh, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Where? Wait, what? Oh, that's pretty funny. Okay, yes. Hardy with "It is but a flesh wound." I like that one. It is but a flesh wound.
We are the Knights who say nay. Oh my god. I'm giving it to Hardy on that one.
I'm not reading yours because I am a lady.
Okay.
If I went back 10 years and told myself I was going to be impaled by a knight in 2025, I would have said no way. I like that one, Fun. Good job. It's pretty funny.
The last part was just the title.
I don't get the knight part.
Have you ever seen what's it called?
Like the knight is nigh or something? I don't know.
Me. What's it called? Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Have you not?
It's been a long time.
Oh, girl.
That's true. Rebel Henry the Eighth.
Like that's
did
where it's
have
like this.
that armor.
Like he becomes like just like a nothing. He's like, "'Tis a flesh wound," and then like they're walking around like with the coconuts and like. Then
Is it
like,
Hardy? What?
And then like the whole thing is like the only way to pass them these unstoppable things is if you say "knee," and they're like, "You're the Knights who say knee."
Hardy, like, are you serious? He says, "Is it because I'm black?" I'm like, "You're black." Okay, well, I'm
There's no way you can be
Mexican.
black in a night. It's impossible.
You could be a
There's
black
only
knight.
one. He's already in history. No, there's only one. He's already taken 4. He's a poser.
What?
There's only one black knight. There's like the armor. Do you not know anything about like old history?
That's what I'm learning right now
Yeah,
in
apparently.
college.
And genuine quality.
And we haven't gotten into knights yet. Okay, leave me alone.
What time frame are you learning right now? Like not condescending. Like what time frame are you learning right now?
My time frame?
Yeah, because like
For
like
what?
I mean, no, in history because they put it like.
Right now we're learning about the
I'm
first
saying the
pilgrim-
generality, like the course. The course is X amount to X amount.
Oh, it's from contact for yeah, I think that's what it's called. So basically when people first arrived into the Americas to fuck, I forgot what it is, where it ends. I think we go all the way into like the Civil War and stuff like that. Let's see. I forgot what my class is called, so if you bear with me. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. Biggest dick is
Biggest dick. Oh, biggest. Yes. Yes. Biggest dick is. That's the
Yeah.
funniest one. That was actually one. That was in the movie. Like throughout all the stuff, they could not hold themselves in that Caesar thing. It's like, why are you laughing at the biggest dickus? We could not hold themselves into that container. They just had to put it into the movie.
Your last moments of the life of Biggest Dickus. Oh my goodness, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. Good job, my dude. That is really fucking funny.
Hey,
just,
man. That's I've been watching your stuff, man. You've been doing really good. Glad to see it. Like your shows.
well, I guess. I mean, we have a winner. I say we wrap this baby up.
Looks okay. All right. Do we have a winner? Is that
Yeah, Biggest Dickus, like Lickens the Dickens. Come on, let's go.
All right.
That's from Anger Management, okay? Galaxia. Yes, it
Biggest
is.
Dickens is not. That's another.
No, I said Lickens the Dickens. Lickens the Dickens. It's Woody Harrelson dressed up as a cross-dresser.
We're saying like, why am I always dirty? And then I'm like, oh, trust me, I'm not. And then now you're doing
It's
this.
your fault. It rubs off.
Yeah. It's your fault, person. I do all these drugs, do all these terrible things. It's not my fault. Accountability, never heard of her.
I don't do drugs.
I know. Taylor,
What?
rumor has it that the actors were told that they would not be paid if they broke character. That is also true. That's 100% true. They've done it a few times. Fuck Master again. Thank you.
Thank you. Do a little happy dance, but
Dude.
what are you gonna do? That just looks bad. You got a dirty dance out of that, Funk. You got a dirty,
I still got to
dirty
figure
dance
out
out of
what
that.
Jen was saying about like this. I still right now.
She's still going on about that one song.
I have no
and
idea.
Someone
All right, so
mentioned.
all right, watch this. So let me get this open. So this phone, my temporary phone right now, is so old. It's 10 years old. I sent this to my best friend. She's been watching, but it's like you cannot watch YouTube. It's not updated for it. But all right, it's time to time. I think T-Bone's ready for his show to be watched, and we should let it happen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it. T-Bone is one of my favorite people in our entire congregation. Phenomenal. Please watch it after our show. It should be starting here within a couple minutes. He's like watching anime in real life, and his entire team is fantastic. So please watch that. But let's close this out right quick. D, take it away on what you got to say, and then I'll wrap it on up and throw it out.
Okay, I'm gonna make it short and sweet. Follow me on X as Cynical Latina, and yeah, interact with me. Catch me later. Bye. Chug, 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 chug. Go,
Subscribe to us. That was nice.
Choke on it.
I did.
I know you did.
Everyone else did. All right, so team, thank you so much. You know, like for a last sunset for the month. I think this is probably my favorite one I've done this month. You know, I've been kind of like just bummed out. I think we all have been. This was a great one for everything. You know, maybe I was a lot more funnier this time. You know, same with Dean. Like it's been not a fun month for any of us, all things considered. But this was stuff we could all talk shit on and have fun with. So I think it was great, fantastic to do it. Now that being said, didn't get too much onto it, but QR code, please go up there, check out our website, see all our different channels. Busy, T-Bones, myself, D's, everyone's different channels. My big boss, my best friend, Hefe, Roma, check his stuff out. Everyone's different channels are there. You can see what we do. Join our Discord, hang out with us. We're always there. We're always talking different shit on there. There's always different stuff. Like for me, I'm probably like the gamer, always different stuff, or I just join up randomly to, just talk shit. Not to fight, but to get people pissed off. And I can guarantee everyone who's in this chat right now is laughing at that. But we love you. I should have said this at the beginning, but if you like what we do, please, cliche as fuck, share this. Please share it. Like, share what we're doing. Like, every Tuesday, every Thursday is ours. Do it for biddies. On the off days out, I'm not doing this. He's not doing this. Please, we want to expand. We like talking to you guys. We like hanging out with you guys. You guys are the best. But till then, I am Tay. You can find me on X and Instagram at AP2Tay. Till then, we'll see you guys on Thursday. That should be the first or second. It'll be the first of the month. So we love you. Please stay safe till then, and we will catch you then, and then. I love you. Peace out.
So I got to thinking, there's MAHA, Make America Healthy Again. MAGA, Make America Great Again. But what we really need to do is make America follow the Constitution again. Motherfucker. That sounded better in my head.